Yo, what's good? What's happening? We back, brand new episode of the Black Otakus of the Culture. This your boy Chris J. Glad to be back. Second episode of the new year and back-to-back episodes. You guys should be blessed. But we got the full squad on here. We got Cam here.
Yo, yo.
Trill Sav is here. And then in a long time, and it's been a long time, man. DC's back. Been a long time. See, this New Year's grand returns and shit. So we got DC here. So you know what that means. We're gonna talk some One Piece, some in-depth One Piece on what's going on with the current shit with the manga, on top of what the community has been pissing them off about lately as well. And Day Trail has finally popped back up on camera. Let's go ahead and get right into it. Let's just go ahead and get into the One Piece discussion as well, even though technically the chapter is on hiatus because of the New Year break, but a lot has happened in One Piece since we're post Wano. We're well into, I will call it the Vegapunk arc, part 2, where we're learning. You said what, DC?
No, I said indeed. I agree.
Yeah. So when well into that, we're seeing pretty much a lot of world building type things and setups is about to happen. But I let DCU get your shine with what's been going on lately. Your thoughts, and we'll discuss from there.
I don't know about y'all, but I know that this whole arc in general has been a different shift in terms of Oda's writing. Like a lot of the things that he would take his time with, he's just getting straight to it with this arc. So I think last arc, I'm gonna just go over the main points because I don't have the chapter. I'm trying to pull it up, but my internet's shitty. But I do know, like, the most recent chapter, we got Garp stuff, kid stuff, along with what else happened? Was Kaku and Zoro this chapter too, or was that last chapter?
I think that was last chapter. No, that was this chapter for like a quick panel.
Yeah, a quick panel. But Oda's setting up a lot of matchups. He's setting up a lot of what's the word? Like the community basically says that it's like a free for all. It's a tournament. Oda just came out with a statement saying that this last saga is considered a battle royale. So all the major players that's fighting for the One Piece, we're going to see from chapter to chapter. So we're not going to be surprised if we cut away and see what Garp and Helmeppo are doing.
Fuck that shit. Where my nigga Sabo at, bro?
That's
what I need. That's what I need to see right now. I don't care about none of this shit. Where my nigga
you might not see Sabo till Exit is over.
I need to see where my nigga Sabo at, bro. Because this nigga talking about some fucking free battle royale, One Piece, Fortnite collab shit, bro. I just know where my nigga Sabo at, bro.
I'll let you know, Cam. The community Sabo stocks are up. Man. Like, everybody hopping on the bandwagon, bro.
Well, especially after he survives an act of terrorism, his stock definitely gonna be up. Shit.
Yeah. That shit crazy as hell. Chapter pissed me off.
Hey man, he'll be back. I am curious on what y'all takes are on him for Egghead. Like, how are you guys feeling about the art so far?
I'm gonna be honest. Okay, like, I'm a One Piece fan. But like, I'm not like, cause please, One Piece fans, don't go like, oh my god, you don't think this is peak? You don't think this is peak? This is peak. Chill. Like, it is. I read it week to week. I enjoy it and I move on. That's kind of the state that I'm in with One Piece right now. This arc has had some. It's had some good stuff. Like the Sabo stuff. As much as I joke about the Sabo stuff, I'm glad that my nigga got some shine. Lucci versus Luffy, I loved it just because any chance that overhyped characters in One Piece get humbled, I love it because it really puts their stand base into perspective, aka Lucci. Like, when Kaido got put down, I was happy because Kaido fans was like, or Kaido stands were like, oh, Kaido's the end all be all from One Piece, and it's like, no, he's not. he never was.
They say he was better than Roger. That it was getting wild.
It's like, yeah, I'm glad that him and Big Mom got defeated because it really put it into perspective. Like, yo, you guys are reading the shonen, chill out.
Yeah.
And then with Lucci, I really like the Lucci versus Luffy fight. Because it's a baby shake moment, bro. Like it just makes you go back to like when Luffy first struggled against Lucci. Like Lucci beat his ass.
Yeah.
Beat that nigga's ass.
Watch that nigga.
Put him in between two buildings, bro.
Like, he beat his ass. And to kind of see now, this man is literally playing with him. Like he was like, I'm gonna use Gear 5th so I can start getting used to the form. Like he didn't have to use Gear 5th at all. Like this man Lucci gassed himself. Like, I got this new form. Luffy, you ain't shit, nigga. I've been training back.
He did the pose too, bro. He did the pose too.
He had the little god aura on his back too.
Yeah.
Thinking he's slick, bro. That boy Luffy said, "Shut the fuck up." Punched that man in this. He punched him in that stomach. He's like, "Oh, he's strong."
The man said, "I'm losing consciousness. How do you get so powerful?"
like, and that's to be expected, bro. I like it because to me, there's just no way. No conceivable. I'm not a power scale and the power level type of nigga, but there's just no conceivable way that like you have somebody like Luffy who just basically was in the trenches with Kaido, and then all of a sudden this man Lucci is like on that level. It's not happening.
Yeah,
there's levels to it. So
yeah.
I'm glad that he got baby shook. I like the Vegapunks. I think they're all pretty cool. Except hey Oda, do your research. It's
with the Edison shit.
We don't acknowledge Edison. I don't acknowledge that nigga. He's not an inventor. He's not a genius. Fuck that nigga. But I do like the backstory we got, especially with even though I like to slander her a lot. We got a lot of good Robin backstory as far as like why the Buster Call happened and what her island was trying to uncover as far as the secrets, and that was pretty cool. Like really good stuff. Really like this arc has been like kind of that in between like heavy lore world building. We get a couple fights here and there, but like this to me this is really just a like here's the information dump, you know what I'm saying? Like and it's not bad for me. Like I'm not going like, man, when does nigga Luffy go turn up? You feel me? I'm really enjoying what we're getting so far. But it's nothing that I'm like, I can't wait for next week of One Piece. When it comes, I'll read it and I enjoy it and I move on. So all in all, it's been decent.
Yeah, same. This is a heavy on world building and just cracked in on like, okay, this is what this means, filling in plot holes, because I think, like you said, DC, it is a difference in terms of how his writing is.
Yeah.
It seems a little bit more fast paced because he knows I'm about to wrap this shit up. So I'm just need you. So here's some plot holes that I need to get corrected. Here's some answers y'all want. Leave me be, because I got bigger shit ahead. And plus, after Wano being such a huge, like what it was, you need to change the pace a lot. So you do need to tell us what's going on. You need to set up stuff that's going on elsewhere in the world. Main thing I'm really most hyped for is Garp trying to pull up on Blackbeard and them people, because
It's gonna be clean.
hey, Blackbeard gonna be like, I don't know what you're doing here, partner, but guess what? You get this work too. You get this work too, man.
All I'm saying is,
like I killed your boy.
Blackbeard stock's going way down. If this man Garp, if he
Makes
gets
him
pressed
sweat.
by Garp, because so far to me Blackbeard stocks have been like going down a lot. Because
of the law shit.
Because he
Law low key holding his own.
Rayleigh, old man Rayleigh.
Yeah.
Like this man has been getting shook. I'm not saying he's been getting diffed or anything like that and corny shit like that. I'm just saying that like he every time he's had like an encounter, bro, it's like, do you really have Whitebeard's devil fruit? Or are you just playing with us at this point? But yeah, I can't. If I don't expect Garp to like. I expect Garp to do something, but it's not gonna be like impactful. You know what I'm saying? Like I feel like he'll get his moment to shine, and then hopefully we get a Blackbeard, because that's what we need with Blackbeard. To me, I need a Blackbeard turn up moment. I need him to really like establish that like he's a major. I mean, we know he's a major threat, right? It's kind of like the Shanks situation, right? Where like it took a fucking non-canon movie for us to get something of relevance with this nigga, bro, for like the past 20 plus something years. So it's like the same situation with Whitebeard devil fruit, dual devil fruit Blackbeard, where it's like I really wouldn't want him to have like a turn up like, nigga, I am a Yonko moment. And I think a fight between him and Garp is a really good way to introduce that concept of that threat that he is to get into One Piece.
I personally believe that Blackbeard's gonna beat Law. It's gonna take him to the island, then he's gonna beat Garp, and he's gonna use both of them as like not hostages, but a catalyst for Luffy to go to the island, because it's definitely going to be a Rocks, God Valley parallel with that arc, because Kobe's there. There's a lot of niggas that Luffy likes that's going to be at that island.
Yeah.
So, I want to ask you guys, what was your guys' opinion about where devil fruits come from and what they are, when that was revealed?
Oh, you gotta remind me, bro. I'm gonna be
Right,
honest. You gotta
right.
remind me. I gotta forgot.
Because it was very controversial, at least in a couple of circles that I was in. Most of the casuals, they liked it, but basically Vegapunk said that each devil fruit is like the desires of humanity.
Oh, okay, yeah.
I mean, evolution.
I remember now. Okay, yeah.
But yeah,
I'm okay with it. I mean, I wasn't expecting like Attack on Titans, they drank water shit, or my back tingled or some shit like that. Like, I'm okay with it. I think that it makes sense. It's a devil fruit. What is, like, in terms of like, well, I don't want to get too spiritual or whatever, but like in terms of like when you think of like tarot cards, like shout out to my Persona fans, like the Devil Arcana, the form of that, or like the emotion or whatever you want to call it, that's a tie to that is desire. Like worldly desire, stuff like that. So it makes sense that, like, I want to be, man, it'd be cool if I could fly. It's like, okay, you can fly, can't swim anymore. It's
I
like,
think that's a cool
it's
trade-off.
like it's a trait, especially when you consider the whole aspect of the world of One Piece being like pirate or nothing, right? Essentially, like, and the fact that like the trade-off for acquiring power and what you really need in order to become the Pirate King is the fact that the very thing that you live your life on, you can't be in unless you'll die. Basically, I think it's fine. Like, what were we expecting? Like, I guess maybe people were expecting like was it moon ties or something like that, like where Nell is from, where they expected something like that.
That everybody, the big theory was everyone thought each fruit was like a god that condensed themselves or something like that. Like they thought that each fruit had like the soul, like an individual soul of another person. But I think the reveal that we got, and I think we're gonna get more, definitely. But I like the reveal that we got, because a lot of the fruits seem way too specific to just happen naturally. Like, some fruits have rules, like it's some like having it be the desires of man. I really like that, because it's not too philosophical, because some of that could get a little boring and kind of corny. So it's like in that sweet spot for me where it's a little vague, keep that mysteriousness, but you still have like a practical reason how things are happening. So
yeah, and we already got the philosophical stuff with like Nika, the sun god stuff.
Exactly.
It's like we still have that allure when it comes to the devil fruit. When it comes to the devil fruit origins, and it's just like there's a god of magnets. Just chilling somewhere.
Yeah, that was
like,
kind of.
I'm gonna condense myself into a fruit because I'm a god of magnets, and here you go, kid. Like it just wouldn't make it just is kind of like weird and stretching it. And like at this point, like establishing like another like divine entity type thing into the story is just kind of like, come on now, dog. It's
a lot of shonens do that. Like at the end,
it's just like JRPGs do that. Like, I mean, like you have like, oh, it's a medieval times, we're fighting against kings and queens, and all of a sudden dragons, gods, demons, devils, and all this other stuff, and it's like it's cool to keep it a little bit grounded. Like we still have the sun god Nika stuff, and devil fruit. It's fine. It's fine.
Yeah, I don't really have an issue with it. It kind of puts everything more realistic. Well, not realistic, but grounded.
Yeah.
It makes everything more grounded. And it's just still the thought of somebody literally saying in their mind, like, yeah, you know what? It'd be cool if I can like have lava and just pull out on me and just beat niggas up and shit.
Cool if I could do my hands
even the
like
person
this.
who probably thought of Luffy's fruit and was just like, I just want to stretch and just bend things, to my will, and just like, okay, nigga, you thought. Or even,
what if I do this?
Even Moa's
and turn niggas into stone. What I'm saying? Like that shit. That, like, it's cool. Honestly, I wouldn't mind like if he did like a little novelization, like a light novel type thing of like some of the more popular devil fruits. like the origins of like this is blah 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 on June 30th, 808 or BC or whatever. A single thought popped into his mind. I want to control ice. You know what I mean? Like he just kind of goes into like, I think that'd be pretty dope. Just kind of like add some like little filler into like some of the some of the more popular
few origins.
Yeah,
but once again, it goes back to just human desire, and it makes sense, especially for certain devil fruit users like boas, where it's like love. Okay,
that's definitely a desire. Like
you could totally desire.
See somebody going like, I want to enslave men who are attracted to me.
You turn them to stuff. Yeah,
like, that's a human desire.
It makes sense.
But to segue from that, how do you guys feel about the seraphim and the green blood that gives them devil fruit powers? Because I think that's the boost that the Navy really needed.
Oh yeah, that makes them a threat. like especially the fact that them little niggas is like cold like that. I think it's dope. I really like it. I think it's dope. Fuck the weirdos in the community, but I think it's really
with the boat. Yeah, man.
I think it's really cool that they have like, it's basically like, I mean, because like essentially it makes sense from the viewpoint of like how the world government was set up, where they had the Shishibukai and they had like the Yonko system. So it's kind of like they're like, you know what, instead of like relying on, I mean, because like the Shishibukai system fucking failed. Like, yeah, so it's horrible. So it's like instead of just like relying on the warlord system, let's just basically enslave them. Let's take
have our own.
Let's have our own version of them that will actually follow our commands, actually do what they're told, and will strictly fight for the Marines, for the world government. So I think that was really cool. Like I was like super confused at first when they were introduced, when they pulled up on Amazon Lily. I was like, what the hell is going on here? Yeah. And like when they expanded on it in Egg Island, I was like, okay, this is pretty. It's pretty cool. I can fuck with it.
At first, I was iffy, but when I found out that not only do they have Lunarian genes, but they have the original devil fruit, or a devil fruit that matches the user. Mm-hmm. That's sick. And that the fact that they're gonna grow up, a Mihawk that. Like the Seraphim Mihawk is gonna be nasty, because that's literally just King and Mihawk slapped on top of each other. Yeah.
which is
that's
nasty.
Broken, bro.
It's just nasty. And then they gave Junpei freaking Senior Pink's devil fruit too.
But it's like he made it raw. That was the crazy part. It was lame as fuck and just roasted.
So it's like they're giving like, because Junpei doesn't have a devil fruit, right?
Nah.
So it's like you get somebody with natural abilities like Junpei and give him a devil fruit with Lunarian genes.
He could do fishman karate on land. That's sick. It's sick. It's like I was wondering, the Seraphim or the SSG or whatever it was, it fully met my expectations. The green blood stuff, I have a theory about a possible Usopp power up based off that green blood. So what if since Vegapunk is going to roll with the Straw Hats, right?
Right.
I'm thinking that when the time skip first happened and Usopp's slingshot had that little water thing that he hooked up to it to make it grow?
Yeah.
What if he puts green blood in that?
What if it's Green Bull's blood? What if it's Green Bull? Since he can control plants and shit like that.
Oh, he has plant amp. That'd be sick.
What if he gets Green Bull? Because the lowest of keys, everybody in the Straw Hats has gotten a significant. Usopp had a moment, but it wasn't like if you think back to Wano, right? You had the Chopper moment. Frankie had a moment. Robin with the demon and stuff. Nami has Zeus now. Obviously we know about Sanji with his basically permanent raid suit without the raid suit. Luffy with Gear 5th. Zoro with the swords. Usopp didn't really get anything.
Mm-hmm.
So it's like,
he needs something.
He needs something to kind of like really establish his like, not his presence in the crew, but like to really kind of give him that weapon. If they're not gonna give him like a natural devil fruit, I think it'd be really cool if like Usopp goes like, I want to get stronger, and I know that like what I have now isn't enough. And he goes like, hey, you could take this procedure, get you a devil fruit, and it's like, well,
Man, ain't gonna get
man, give
HGHG.
me. And man, he get, and I'm just saying, Seraphim,
I love that. HGH.
Seraphim Usopp with Green Bull's, because he uses a lot of nature with his slingshot. With Green Bull's devil fruit abilities, that'd be pretty fucking cold.
I have another theory too, Cam, and I think you'll like it. So remember when Sanji broke the raid suit, right? Tragically. What if Usopp and Chopper found it? Because they were on Wano for like weeks after defeating Kaido.
Yeah.
What if they take the remains and say, hey, Vegapunk, can you fix this, but have anyone wear it? And he's like, yeah, I can do that. So we get Soge King back, but it's like...
Oh, that'd be dope. That would be cold. That would be cold. Because, like, the raid suit is such a great... Like, since it's like Sanji has the abilities naturally now.
Yeah.
So it's like, if you want to give a boost to Usopp, because that's what I'm trying. That was what I was trying to say originally. Like, Usopp needs some kind of boost, because everybody got a boost in Wano, except Usopp had a moment. He didn't get a boost.
He didn't get a power. Yeah, he didn't
like
get power
everybody else. So I think that like him getting something like raid suit, green blood, something would really kind of like go like, all right, cool, you know, because like if it's gonna be a moment where like the whole Straw Hat thing is that everybody's going to get their dream realized. Usopp's dream is to be the bravest, the strongest, or the bravest man on the sea. Get that man a power up, bro.
That'd be sick. That'd be so sick. And he has to be strong enough to meet his dad, because his dad's a Yonko commander. So, and that's obviously going to be his matchup when they meet.
And beat the shit out that deadbeat ass nigga, bro. I swear to God, that moment.
Oh yeah, film Red. That moment, where he was like, I'm not ready.
That moment pissed me off in film. I was like, bro, this has got to be the most trash father in all of Shonen, bro.
Cam yelled out in the movie. He was like, this nigga.
I was like, fuck this. Bro, I hate Usopp's dad, bro. That nigga is a fucking clown ass deadbeat father, bro. And he's proud of it. He's like, my son's finally using this. Like,
he's a bitch.
I was like, fuck you, dude. Like, you got this man Shanks, bro, who's not even a dad, doing all this shit for Uta. I was like, bro, you are garbage, bro. So I definitely need Usopp to like, I need him to beat his ass and say like, yeah, this is for not raising me, you bum ass nigga.
He is one of the, his mom died. He never seen Usopp since he was a baby, and he knows it too.
Yes.
So it's fucked up.
Nigga's aware of it, bro. But yeah, I went on a tangent, but yeah, I definitely can't. I'm of the advocate, right? Even though I make fun of Zoro and stuff like that, I'm of the advocate that I want everybody on the Straw Hat, and Chopper too, because fuck Chopper. But I'm of the advocate that everybody in the Straw Hat crew needs shine. It may not be equally, but everybody in the Straw Hat crew needs shine. And Usopp to me is the one that definitely at this moment he needs to get some shine now.
I thoroughly agree. I think Elbaf is going to be. I mean, sad that Kid is there, but I think Elbaf is going to be. It's going to be Usopp's arc, man. And I think the community so far, everything's kind of mellowed out. I kind of like how the community is now.
Yeah, it's pretty chill.
Real chill. Did y'all see the? There was like this list of saying like popular TV characters and the most watched TV shows for.
Oh yeah, One Piece.
Yeah, I saw that One Piece was number one in 2022, which is dope. Because, I mean, we talk about the manga, but the anime has been. Toei been in a bag.
Going crazy.
Toei has been in a bag. I have not watched every single obviously I don't even think I watched a single episode. I only watched the moments, but the moments like that first when I think it's when Luffy first pulled up. Yeah, it was when Luffy first he got on the roof and he saved Kinemon and he freaking did that thing and then like that like it turned into ice and it shattered and it just showed all like I was like my god.
They're sick right now.
I was like,
they did Yamato versus Kaido. It was fucking beautiful.
Ain't they already there?
Yeah, they did. I think they did Nami. They did the Nami Uta, the Oti thing, right?
They did that.
They did that.
They even had a scene of Sanji versus King and Queen by himself, which was just like I didn't expect them to animate that because it was just a side panel. But like they're animating everything. It's just.
Yeah, if they do that for Dragon Ball,
do a slight binge.
They do that for Dragon Ball, bro. If Toei goes like, all right, let's take this talent and really put this into Dragon Ball,
man, I'm back.
it's gonna be lit. But yes, one I think because it's
they're
like
using One Piece as the test for what they about to do with Super is gonna be crazy, G.
Bro.
Man, because it's like they technically already did it with the Broly movie.
Yeah, they did.
Literally just,
and then even
the
with
same
Super,
thing.
and then with and Superhero too.
Superhero,
so it's just all right. Up the budget.
They got the money, bro.
If they use Wano animation for the new Dragon Ball season, man, it's
hire Shorty, bro.
Yeah. Oh, that chick that did that, directed that.
Bro, give her whatever bag she needs, because when she directs an episode, you already know, bro. Her name means greatness, G. She be going crazy with the animation. So yeah, I'm really excited. Like, One Piece to me is in a good state. I say that now, knowing that fucking One Piece Odyssey game is dropping like 2 weeks from now, and I already know
that's next week, ain't it?
That's gonna be a piece of mid sauce.
Yeah, this week. No, I think it's coming out this week. Yeah, this week.
That game is gonna be a piece of mid sauce. I'm already knowing. But I'm only
people
getting
really trying to.
They hyping it up.
Yeah, they really trying to hype it up. I'm like, man, nah.
I looked at the trailer like early this week. I was like, I'm sorry.
I'll be like, how many of y'all niggas play World Seeker?
Not a single person, bro.
How many y'all niggas play World Seeker, bro? Like, come on now, dog. Let's stop the cap, bro. But I think it's also due in part to because I think that's what you were touching upon earlier, Chris. That like when Wano like this is kind of like a mellowed out arc as far as, I mean, there's a lot of stuff happening obviously, but like when you think about the chapter to chapter that we were getting in Wano, like chapter to chapter was always something that was happening that got the community riled up. To now it's just like, all right, listen, we're gonna focus on the world. We're not gonna focus on single stuff that y'all can be going crazy over. We're gonna focus on a wide variety of things that y'all can talk about. I think that because like, I mean, you have like the whole stuff like, oh, Yamato didn't join. You don't hear nobody complaining about Yamato not joining the Straw Hats anymore. No, Thank God. So it's like now it's like, because we got so much stuff happening all around that it's like, okay, Yamato didn't join the Straw Hats. Who cares? So I think that's partially due to what the community. But I calm before the storm, because we know how this community is. So
Kara fans are still saying that Kara's joining. No, they strong. They deep with it.
Ain't she back?
Yeah, she is old, but they think that she's on the ship still.
Okay.
Get that nigga off my shit right now. Get that nigga fuck off my shit right now.
As soon as I see Karen on that boat,
yeah, she's good now. Yeah, big ups to One Piece. I don't know. You want to talk about anything else, DC? That brought your attention?
No, that's it. I mean, there's a lot more things going on, but I'll just be rehashing the stuff that's already in circulation. Like, if you're a One Piece fan and you're listening to this, you've already seen all the major stuff. I just wanted y'all's opinion about the key points, because there's so much lore. I gotta go back and reread some stuff. But
yeah, low key, I gotta, because when you said the whole Devil Fruit Origins, I was like, we got that. I was like,
yeah, because he'll have.
I mean, DC actually talked about it for a sec. We did talk about it in our chat. I was like, we did talk about that. But
yeah, it was very controversial, because a lot of new fans I've noticed in the community, where, like with the Saul stuff, they were mad that Saul was alive, even though that's been a theory since like 2010. Like, it's an old theory, but a lot of new fans, they're kind of like
they don't
getting into it. Yeah, they don't know about the week-to-week experience. They don't know about Oda's writing yet. They just know him through binging. So when the Devil Fruit thing came out, it was a mystique thing for people. So they expected a little bit more of a convoluted explanation, I think, than what we got. So that's why I asked if it was controversial. But all of us here have been watching and following it for a while. So it's on brand with Oda, what we got. But yeah, that's all that I wanted to talk about for today.
Yeah, and also happy birthday Oda as well, because his birthday was this past week. So shout out to him.
I know that man finna like, that man finna have the best sleep of his life when he done with this series, bro. He gonna lay his head down. He not gonna wake up for like a year. People gonna think something happened to him.
That reminded me. I think there was an interview Oda did. We might be in One Piece in 2030, bro.
Are you serious?
Because he say
So, like we said, the 80% thing was bullshit.
We talked about this like 2 years ago. I think when it was like,
He's like, I'm 80% done with One Piece.
now he said he reevaluated some things. He's like, strap in. We're probably here for 7 years, so it's like we're probably gonna be here till 2030, bro. So
that man gonna be it's gonna be 2030. He's like, okay, guys, for sure, I'm 60% done with One Piece.
bro, we all gonna have kids. We all gonna have kids at that point, bro.
I'm prepared.
Imagine your kid is like 18 years old, weekly binging, not binging, is weekly with you on One Piece. Like that's gonna be a crazy scenario.
I'm gonna have tears in my eyes.
You gonna look back to like when we were like early 20s.
Look at the old episodes. Be like,
we talked about this, bro. That this man is still writing this shit. This man Oda gonna be like, he's gonna be like the frozen Walt Disney head.
No, for real, bro.
He's gonna Futurama. He's dead. Gonna be like Futurama.
He's gonna clone himself to
finish the show. It's like, I will finish One Piece, bro. We all gonna be dead in heaven. The only way it's gonna be just like the Hunter x Hunter fans. We got to ask God how One Piece ends.
That's insane. But let's go ahead and move on. So, winter anime season has begun. Just like as Cam's current name is on Zoom, too much anime. That's me right now. I've took in too much anime, but the 3-episode rule is in full effect, G. So you already know what it is.
It's not even that, bro. I clown anybody. I understand it's Saturday, but dude, it's way too much anime on Saturday, bro. Way too much.
Like last season was super spaced out. Like you almost had something for every day of the week.
Yeah.
Even though it wasn't a lot of good shit, but it was still something for every day of the week. Saturday alone got like 3-4 things. I'm like, do I really want to watch this?
Like
I'm only picking one, bro.
I think it was like Blue Lock came back.
Yep.
Yeah, don't toy with me, Miss Nagatoro season 2.
Yep.
Misfit of Demon Academy.
Tokyo Revengers is supposed to pop up on Hulu. I think it might be up now, by the way.
Tokyo Revengers. Yeah, Tokyo Revengers. I was watching before I got on. I was watching what's it called? Buddy Daddies.
That comes out I think Thursday or Friday.
No, it came out today. Right. I was watching it.
Yeah, that came out yesterday.
So
Trigun came out today too.
Wait, there's a remake of Trigun?
Yes.
Oh
yeah, that animation's decent, by the way. I know it's the CG, but this version of the CGI animation was fire, by the way. So people who was concerned, this is legit decent, animation wise. But
it's too much, bro. It's just too much. It's like that. And this is what I was talking about like last season, where it's like I'm at a point in my life where I'm like tired of anime, and this is why. Like I'm tired of. It's like I'm like, man. It's like I'm on Crunchyroll and I'm just like, God, like another one? Like, damn.
Like literally every hour after you finish the episode, something updated today. I was like,
another one. I'm like, oh my God, bro, chill, man, chill. So yeah, it's just
on top of that, they still adding stuff from Funimation that they haven't added.
Oh yeah. I just saw.
So that's making things look weirder too. Yeah, so they still going through their transition.
What's that show you watched, Chris? The 24th Tokyo War.
Tokyo 24th. I'm like, they finally added this. It's like,
I was interested in that. I might.
It's actually decent, but the end gets like the last few episodes is just like blah. So, like you might like it. You may like it, but the last few episodes it didn't end on a strong note. But yeah, but let's see. So. What I've already started watching, let me pull up my anime list. What I already started watching, I watched Don't Toy Me, Miss Nagatoro, Bungo Stray Dogs, The Ice Guy and his cool female colleague. That's going to be pretty entertaining to watch.
I like that show. Yeah. It's pretty cool.
It's a different premise on the classic office sitcom type anime. Trigun, decent. Buddy Daddies, just either the title is fucking nuts.
Buddy Daddies.
Like, gee, that title is It's very Pimp C, very very Pimp C. Whatever. But I did enjoy the first episode because niggas was getting shot. Niggas was legit getting shot and killed for kid being present.
Damn.
He was getting pieced
Like, so I'm all for that type of violence. Of course, Blue Lock still doing his thing. Like this, hey, this week's they said, hey, look, them top 3 niggas, we top 3 for a reason, G. We spot y'all 2 points and said, fuck y'all. and took your boy. We took your partner from you, man. that hurt my man's, G. But yeah, so, and then on top of it, One Piece is ongoing, of course. And I think it's something else. But supposedly Vinland Saga is supposed to start tomorrow. That's supposed to be on Netflix. Tokyo Revengers should be up on Hulu now. By the way, can I need your login again? And I think that's it in terms of what I've already watched or plan on watching. So
You're not gonna watch the anime about the person wishing to be his crush's dog?
no.
Oh yeah, no.
Hell no. I did watch the Tomboy one.
I like that show.
That's actually.
That's pretty.
I thought it was gonna be annoying, but I'm like, okay.
Wait, what's it called?
It's gonna probably not be. This is gonna be good. Probably like 3
is a
episodes.
girl.
I get annoyed.
Oh, I read that. Yeah, she got red hair.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's pretty good.
I think it's a decent show. I like it. It's just like, at what cost? It's too much.
It is.
It's like that. It's like that. I don't know, man. Too much of a good thing is bad for you. I think that applies to anime.
Yeah.
I think it's just
Definitely.
like. I think we need to come to a consensus like worldwide. I genuinely think we need a season of like no. You know how like summertime is like a dry zone for gaming. I kind of need that same thing with anime. I need a dry zone for anime. I need like nothing, absolutely nothing. There's nothing coming out. This is a chance for you to binge old shows if you haven't, catch up on some new shows that have come out. An entire season of like, you go on Crunchyroll and it's like we're on break. Like it just says that we're on break.
Watch these shows. Some other shit.
Like,
Watch some old shit.
I think that just be. I just think that would just be. It's first world problems, but I just think that'd be very, very beneficial to everybody worldwide when it comes to this anime stuff. But I like Chris. I think the only thing I would add on is I'm watching
the Cold Steel
show. That's decent. Kind of. You have to go. It's like that show. It's not set up for failure, but it's a very weird thing because it's like you have to have played the video game to understand like.
And that's a lot of hours.
What's going on? Like as far as like what the story they're trying to tell. Like, because if you just like go into the first episode not knowing like just like, oh, this is just new anime for the season, let me check it out, you're gonna be like, huh? But for someone like me who has extensively spent hundreds of hours playing each game, I'm like, oh yeah, okay, all right, cool, this is cool stuff. Animation is kind of low budget, but that's to be expected. Like the people that like, if you've played a Legend of Heroes game, you're not there for graphics. I'll just put it to you like that. But yeah, that's good. And then Misfit of Demon Academy season 2 started off with a fucking banger, bro. Like 3 episodes into the episode, and he killed God. I was like, dang. I was like, that's pretty dope. Like he came into the scene, killed God. But like gods in that show reincarnate. So like it cuts back to 2000, like in present day, and then he kills him again, and then he reincarnates him. And he goes like, I took away 90% of your power, and now you only have 10%. So now just be good. So I was like, damn, that's pretty cool. So yeah, like it's like the only like I'm overpowered show, like with the exception of Solo Leveling, of course. I'm looking forward to that. But like,
oh yeah, that is coming out this year.
It's like the only like I'm an overpowered main character show that I like genuinely enjoy, because the premise is so stupid. So that's been good, but yeah, the other stuff like Chris said, it's looking to be a good season. I'm very excited for Vinland Saga, obviously, and Tokyo Revengers. even though I know what's gonna happen, I need to see that shit animated. So yeah, that's this is looking to be a good season. I don't know if it's going to really touch what I felt during during fall season, because fall season was good because everything was spread out. And like I said before, I had like 2 days. It was Thursday. I remember Thursday and Friday of no anime, and I cannot tell you how amazing that felt on my weekly binge. So this anime season is looking to be good. And that's all I gotta say.
Yep, I don't really got nothing else to really add. But yeah, like, let's see. Like I said, give us another few weeks.
We're on everything that we've watched this first episode. So the 3-episode drop rule is in effect. So if any of these shows, like if I get another Science Fell in Love situation with any of these season 2 shows, best believe shit's getting dropped.
Yeah. Like, I ain't gonna waste no time this time. Like, look, it's gone, done, finito. But moving on. So I decided to make a new segment. This is my best way to keeping myself accountable that I'm gonna play the game more. Which, I'm gonna be honest, I have. Well, look, of course, not like Daytrail and Cam levels. I apologize, damn nigga. But, but it's just because since I've had, matter of fact, in DC, you can feel free to answer this as well because I got shunned. But because last year
DC been on the game way longer than you.
I believe it, but I'm curious what his hours is last year. But due to my 70 hours of gaming, which even broke my heart.
How many 72 hours?
70 total hours throughout the entire year.
70 hours.
That's wild.
Yeah, I know.
Dog.
DC, how many hours did you log last year? I'm just kidding.
I didn't check.
No, Chris, I told y'all, Chris logged in 70 of them things. Shit, that's not even 3 days, bro. 3 days, bro. You ain't get 3 days worth of your PS5, bro. That's crazy. This is Big Bertha over here. Big Bertha over here like 12 years old by the time I got on her, folks. He was talking about it, bro. We talked about you at the men's thing, folks. Like, not like the way you think it is. Like, it was some old heads in there, bro. Real niggas, wife and kid, 45, so they still get on every night and play 2K with each other till 2 o'clock in the morning. Real niggas.
Damn.
One of them niggas is 55.
Nigga beat me on 2K.
He told everybody he'll bop them with the Brooklyn Nets. He 55. Oh.
You know the key word in that Brooklyn Nets, he needs KD and Kyrie.
But no, he said they was talking about, he was like, man, why you get off 2K, man? I was just like, that ain't my thing, bro. He was like, man, you gotta keep the gaming going, bro. Keep the tradition. I was like, you know what? I'll keep that fucking tradition, nigga.
I could still pick up 2K and still beat niggas. I'll be at the job.
I'm not talking about specifically 2K. I'm just talking about the fact
2K in general, but 2K can still bust anybody.
I'm not talking about 2K, okay?
Talking about that.
I don't need to talk about 2K. I'm talking about just the simple fact that a 55-year-old is technically more non-washed than Chris.
Oh God, bro.
A 55 plus.
Got your PS5 collecting dust.
He almost 60. He ain't watched that, bro.
He 10 years from retirement age legally in the United States.
He ain't even watched.
Hey, look, man.
You turning 30 this year.
All I'm saying is it's motivation. It's motivation.
I got no reason to turn my shit on.
Chris, you're not even balding yet. The thing is balding.
His gamer avatar is balding, bro. His gamer avatar is like a
You better pray. You better pray that's not one of the side effects. If stop playing games, he just end up bald one day. For you better pray that's not one of the side effects, bro. You better pray that shit.
That boy DC, I know for a fact because I be seeing DC and Chaz and Tyler playing games, bro. Like they play games.
I already know they got their GTA sessions.
That's the only reason why
my brother be on that, nigga. You let C-Mac get on that motherfucker before you. That's crazy. C-Mac got more cards in GTA than you do. That's nasty.
That is nasty. We be doing heists and shit.
C-Mac doing heist. My nigga Chris didn't even log into a heist yet. He might get a tutorial.
72 hours. I don't even think that's a tutorial, bro. That's
bro.
Come on,
man.
My man finna be the designated driver, bro.
My man still got the LG in the car in the
Y'all
garage.
acting like as if I didn't carry y'all through certain heist missions, G.
Not me.
For low level.
No, you carry me. I ain't gonna lie, but
bro, that's crazy, bro. It's nasty.
Like I haven't carried y'all on heists on a low level, pure headshotting niggas, G.
My nigga, this crazy. You know what's crazy? You know what's crazy? Hanging with the homies and stuff like that. It's a white dude by the name of Aiden who hangs out more with the homies than you did, folks.
Hey, Aiden cool peoples too.
Aiden cool people.
Yo, a white dude named Aiden? I never met a white dude named Aiden.
He real cool.
Abner.
Aiden, bro.
I thought you was about to say Abner, G.
Abner
or something.
He never said the N-word yet, but we still rock with him, bro.
I hope not.
And he used to date a queen, bro.
So pretty much, he's the white Tank.
Nah, we haven't heard from Tank in a minute, but prayers for my nigga Tank.
No, Tank is all good. I talked to Tank a while ago. He decent though.
But like, you just watch, bro. This kind of cool, man. I just gotta find you a perfect birthday gift, bro. I don't know what it's gonna be. What do you get? Watch people. Get that nigga some cologne. Get that nigga the little axe thing you get from Five Below.
Bro, if you get me axe, bro, I will probably whoop your ass.
Go ahead and grab that.
I might legit beat your ass. You give me some axe.
Would you want some socks?
We gotta give him. We gotta give him a retirement jersey.
Oh shoot! He ain't put no numbers up. What was we talking?
We gotta get him a jersey that says number 70.
What's
70? Come
70 for your 70 hours, my boy.
We shipping Chris to China at this point, man. Man, wow. He's like, no, he trying to get in. He can't even get in. Putting in work, but man, it ain't working. It's all right, bro. You know, everybody have different strokes from different folks. It's just crazy. You know, I choose not to watch this boring ass anime that y'all watching. I choose not to watch it.
That's a great mantra. It's a great mantra.
I swear I respect it.
That's a great mantra.
I choose. I probably watch the Trigun, but stop it at mid-season like everything else. I choose not to watch it. Man. My man got 70 hours of
Package Simulator 2023,
bro. I told you, man, that thing is a $550 Crunchyroll machine.
You keep saying that like as if I don't have a smart TV to watch shit off of.
Yeah, you don't even make it a Crunchyroll machine?
Why?
I said that thing is collecting dust, bro. It's like your Switch right now.
I'm about to throw the beat in the family group chat to see who won a PS5.
And watch me take their money off your ass and keep my shit.
You're selling it, man. This is crazy.
All right, Chris. So what games you been playing this week? Bro?
Either way,
what game have you been? I feel like you only played one game this week. What game?
It's actually two.
Oh,
it's
okay.
Actually two.
Okay.
So, of course, God of War, and then since finally I've been wanting to play Lost Judgment for the longest, and I was waiting for it to go on sale because for some reason that game did not go on sale till the holiday sale.
Right.
I went ahead and bought that and started that.
Okay.
Only put an hour into Lost Judgment because I just really into God of War at this point. But so I will give myself credit. I have been on the game long enough. I've been giving myself hours. I put in hours there. So that's all I can sit there and say. I'm just taking advantage of my free time a lot more. Either way, point being in all of this, I will surpass 70 sooner than I expected. That's the goal. It's surpass 70 before March.
We gotta have something in place where if he gets lower than 70, you gotta do something.
It's not gonna be.
If somehow you get lower than 70 this year, you gotta set something up to do something on the pod, bro.
We're gonna have to figure that out, but I highly doubt it's gonna be less than 70. If I touch less, I'll be shocked my damn self. But either way, working process. I'm out here though. I'm getting back to the old ways, G. I probably can't do a freaking 100-hour plus game like goddamn Persona, but
nigga, you got Judgment.
Judgment, if I don't do the side missions on Judgment, but Judgment is a lot of time. But
you want to do them side missions though.
I do. That's what's holding me up on God of War.
Hey,
Like once me and Freya got together, I was like, shit, let's go ahead and find that sword. What else is out here to do? All right, cool. We're gonna get this whole shit out the way. While throwing shit at trying to get them ravens. Fuck them ravens, by the way. I'm tired of that shit. But either way, that's what's really holding me up on God of War and killing a lot of time. But yeah, so I am actively playing the game, though. But let's go ahead and get into news while we're on top of games. Watch 2. Main reason why I have this on is because when I see y'all talk about the updates, it just sounds like this game is still buggy as shit. So I just need you guys to break it down.
It's not necessarily buggy. They hotfix Kiriko's. They hotfix Kiriko's shit. And I don't know about the Junker Queen stuff because nobody plays Junker Queen.
They hotfix Junker Queen shit too.
Yeah,
so it's not
Queen,
buggy. So it's just it's kind of like every game that's live service. Fortnite is too big to find out what the fuck bad happening, but like every game that's live service, people gonna find out what's good. Overwatch community is very, very sleuthy. So they try the moment something comes out, they try everything possible with that character to make sure it's okay. So it's crazy how you find out that Junker Queen can do that. Like unless you trying every single thing possible, right?
Right.
You go in the trainer room acting a fool, pretty much.
They're very like they get what their characters were, so to speak. But Overwatch itself, is it a buggy game? No, it's extremely unbalanced. It's
we are all officially on the fuck roll hall train, bro. We wait.
Yeah, my favorite character is the worst character in the history of the game.
We want this nigga. We need this nigga gone. And I know all the fucking pro Overwatch players. If somebody stumbles upon this video, is gonna be like, this guy's talking utter nonsense. He doesn't know what he's talking about. It's like, is what it is type shit. I'm tired of Roadhog. I'm tired of that nigga. Like,
nigga, it's more people bitching. It's more people with SR times us by 20 bitching than we are, bro. Like that nigga bad, bro. He bad. The only time Orisa get played is because of Roadhog. That's the only reason Orisa is so much played right now, bro. Because she keeps that in check. But in Outlaw, nobody know how to play the big bitch unless they on the other team. So it's a very bad. I'm on the train that they should absolutely disable him from the game. Like get rid of him. You shouldn't be able to select him.
Just, make that Junkrat's new ult. He summons Roadhog.
That'll be fucking insane.
He summons Roadhog, and like it's like Bob basically. Like if he runs into somebody, he'll hook him and then shoot him, and then he has a chance to like try to hook somebody else and like shoot him like that. Like you can do something like that, but I just don't. I don't see how you can rework him, like realistically rework him because of what his initial design is, especially based off of how he was in the first Overwatch. I just don't see how you can really rework him.
You know, they're gonna murder the character. He's gonna. That's the life cycle of reworking people, right? Symmetra was reworked about 16,000 times till they got something that's tolerable. No character was reworked more than Symmetra, but Bastion was reworked a bunch of times till he got still a bitch ass character, but reworked till he was tolerable. Extra. Anybody else been reworked to hell? Orisa, completely different characters.
Orisa got reworked.
Like, but they're gonna keep. Doomfist is weird now. It's funny. They more scared of Doomfist being a raid boss in the game than they are Roadhog being a raid boss in the game. Because the moment Doomfist was good for a resounding like 2 days, and they nerfed the flying shit.
Because it was start of season 2, right? Start of season 2.
Yeah, the start of season 2, he was good, and they nerfed the fuck out of him like 2 days later.
Got rid of that man.
Now he's not playing no more. Like they let Zarya run hell through us in the first month of Overwatch.
I heard.
But they nerfed Doomfist so fast, and I think this current Roadhog is worse than what we went through with Zarya. Like Zarya was just played a bunch. Was she strong? Yes. Did she win you games like 60% of the time? If that enemy tank know anything about that one-shot combo with Roadhog, it's fucking over, bro. It's too many resources you putting into that nigga.
In our elo, he can carry the team.
So what's y'all medal rank right now? Like y'all gold?
I'm plat.
It's like we're like, because it's different depending on what role you have. So like you can be bronze tank, gold DPS, and silver support, right? So I'm silver. I'm gold DPS, silver on both tank and support. Daytrail is platinum on DPS, gold support, silver tank, right?
Silver. They don't want me and Cam to be tanks, bro.
Yeah.
I'm silver.
That's
tank,
that's the thing,
that's
bro.
Another thing, me and Cam do not lose games with tanks, bro.
That's another thing, bro. The way they do their rankings in that game pisses me off, because I'm telling you this, it makes me not want to play certain roles, and I don't know if that's how they set it up intentionally. Because shout out to Ramatra, like he was introduced in season 2, he was awful at first, but then they gave him like more shield, and they gave him a speed boost in his punch form, and like he became insanely good. So I started maining him as tank. I'm telling you, I'm literally going games where I'm like 30. I have like, I'm 35 and up basically as far as like kills, going crazy,
winning
games in a row. Silver 1. You have to win 7. You have to either win 7. You have to win 7 games in order to get a new rank, or you lose 20 and you get deranked. And so me extra Daytrail, we just winning games after games after game. Silver 1. I win another 7 games in a row, like I'm talking about within the same day. Silver 1. Same thing with support. I think it was yesterday. Yesterday, we won. I got ranked Silver 1. I was at Silver 2. I went up to Silver 1. We won 7 games that night. Silver 1. Didn't rank up. So it's like
we ranked up twice, because I did some games to rank up once, and I stayed gold 1, and then I did another rank up, and I went to platinum 5. I don't know what that, because it goes by 3 things. Of course, the 7 games, but you have an SSR, you got a hidden MMR. Your hidden MMR is actually what your rank really are. So you could be a silver tank, but you're going against plat and gold tanks, because that's your hidden MMR. It's just your rank doesn't show it, right?
Yeah.
So we are running to diamond games.
Yeah.
And I don't know who's diamond in our area, but we are running to diamond games, bro.
It might be extra, bro. I don't know, bro. It might be extra.
It might be extra because he plays way more than we do. But like we are running to diamond games, right? Now, like I always was plat in Overwatch 1. I would be plat, high gold. I've never been to silver in Overwatch 1. I think I did once, and I stopped playing competitive. And it wasn't like I ranked down to silver. It was when they refreshed the competitive thing. I think I was silver. I was like, fuck out of here with that. I'm not about to be an elo here, because silver in Overwatch 1 was worse than it is now. But the crazy thing about Overwatch 1's and how they did their competitive for this, Overwatch 2, and how they did the competitive for the rollout of the game, if you was new to the game, like you had a fresh account, you was gold. You start off as gold. And then they rank you down or up depending on how you do your 7 games. And that led to so many people losing games, bro. So many people losing like bad, because people who never played the game before was playing with like gold plat players.
That's terrible.
And now they're trying to make it to the point, which I don't know why it takes so long for them to update things, but now new players will start off in bronze.
Yes, as they should.
That makes sense though, yeah.
But before we move to the next topic, I want to see I'll put the game up to see our win rate, because we only literally play with each other, so it is. They don't show the. Yeah, you will have to do the quick math. Current competitive season, 147 wins.
147
and 119 losses. What's that win rate?
I pull up the old calculator. So you said we go do some live math here, ladies and gentlemen. You said one what? How many games did we win?
147 wins.
147.
Yeah, and then 119 losses.
119. Okay, so yeah, I gotta do 119 divided by 147. So that is about 74%. 75%
win rate.
75% win rate.
75% win rate.
So So it's like
It is what it is.
we play the game. So for all the people who might stumble on this video, it's like y'all talking a bunch of nonsense. We play this game. We played the like our group literally really started because of the Overwatch. Like that's like when a lot of the people in our PlayStation group and our circle group, we met through playing Overwatch. So like that's like prime gaming for us. So we've been in the trenches for this game for a long time. So know that when we talk about this game, when we critique it, when we say good things, we say bad things, it's coming from a place of like we've been here since the beginning.
OGs.
Since the demo,
the
beta days of
open and the closed beta.
Yeah,
I think we was in both.
We were in the trenches with Overwatch. So like it's just like there's just some things that just need to change. The tank stuff, support too. We need some love on the support side. It's like whenever we get those fucking updates, bro, and you go to like the support section, it's fucking laughable, bro.
Strong as fuck with that extra 50 shield.
Oh my god. It's so sad, bro. We are in a sad state when it comes to like support buffs. It's like the only significant support buff that we've gotten at the entirety of Overwatch 2 for me is the Ana grenade buff. That's like the biggest thing that we've ever really gotten as far as like support buffs. Is Ana's grenade getting buffed? I think it went to it's like 5 extra damage, right, Ditro? It's like 70 to 75. Or it's like yeah. Which you might say that like 70 75 is huge. It's huge, especially if you're going up against a Roadhog player with anti-heal, sleep, anti-heal, whole team targets him, dead. Like that, it's a huge thing. So, yeah, that's all we have to say on Overwatch. The update really was to buff
Extra, wake up, boy.
Junker Queen. Everybody else is just kind of like, did somebody else get buffed in that update? Junker Queen. I don't count the supports except the Moria buff.
Zarya technically, but
yeah, Zarya, but
it
didn't really do anything. So yeah, it was really just a Junker Queen buff.
All right, so that's Overwatch. Next, Sony said in a Kotaku interview I read that you niggas get PS5s now. PS5s are available now.
It's been that way for a minute.
Exactly. I've been telling people this for the longest, and they just sitting there lying, saying you can't find it in stores. What stores are you looking at? Because even though, yes, everybody I know, I could look at my PS5 my PlayStation friend list. Everybody is a PS5 logo now, except I think Chaz is the only one in DC. But even then, mostly everybody is PS5.
When we got our homie Byron his PS5, I kid you not, I went to Google and I went to PlayStation Direct, hopped on there and literally saw the God of War bundle and bought it.
It's just people don't want to buy bundles. But even if you don't want the bundle, Sony is saying you can get just the PS5 or the regular. They're available. They're available. You guys, I don't know where you guys is looking.
When we was trying to pre-order a PlayStation 5, that was the battlefield. That was the
trenches. That was the trenches. That was legit the trenches. That was a nasty moment in time. And the fact that I still was able to pre-order mine plus day trails.
That was a war zone. It was the same thing with Xbox's dumbass when they were bragging like, "Oh, we're not gonna have that same problem as Sony when we launch pre-orders for our Xbox Series X." Nobody bought it. No. Everybody, bro, you went on the main. No, that shit sold out. Like the minute they was like, because they had time frames. I'm telling you, like they did do it. I'm telling you, like the very first minute that they were like, okay, you can go to the website and you can pre-order Xbox Series X. It was sold out.
Yep, I remember that.
Couldn't get it. I had to get mine through Best Buy I was literally refreshing the page like this until I got a link that I could like actually place the pre-order. It was a nasty time. But nowadays, bro, you ain't got like my thing is, listen, bro, it's okay to say that two things. The way that your current finances and your life situation is set up, you don't need a PS5. It's cool to say that, bro. You ain't got the latest iPhone. You ain't got the latest TV. You ain't got the latest Jordans. It's okay. You got other priorities in life that needs to be taken care of. That you ain't got to be spending money on your PS5.
My nigga.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying, bro. Like
you got a roof.
You ain't got to flex on social media that you got a PS5. You got a life blessing. You ain't need a PS5. Or 2, just say you broke. It's okay to admit that. It's okay to say that, like, I really, 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 really want a PS5 right now, but I'm broke. It's okay to say that, bro. It's okay.
But you can't sit there and say, I can't find one. That excuse has been dead since, I want to say, since September. Maybe July. But it's been that simple to get one lately. Just admit your truth. And that's all I want y'all to do. Admit y'all truth.
Exactly,
simple.
bro.
But
we ain't judging. I already got my PS5. I'm not worried about you.
Yep. I've been through 2.
Oh yeah, that nigga. Nigga had a heart attack when his PS5. He's like, he had to sit there.
I still put Cyberpunk killed my OG PS5, and that's what really destroyed my. That's really what kind of really hurt my passion right there. Was just like Cyberpunk destroyed my PS5.
That shit said. That shit said. Yeah.
Yo, them crashes, G, is hurting. Them crashes is hurting, G. But yeah. Moving on though, the FTC has announced that they're really pushing, saying, "Yo, Microsoft, you can't have Activision, bro." And niggas are mad. Microsoft niggas are really upset by this, and it's already. I think they already start the court proceedings, and they're pretty much stating because Microsoft has already bought Bethesda, and that they're trying to buy Activision, despite how shitty Activision is. That due to the popularity of a lot of their games, main one being Call of Duty, this is dang near considered a monopoly.
It's crazy how we've gotten to a point. It's wild how we've gotten to a point where people want these companies to just like have all of these properties to themselves. Like, you've already seen what that happens with like Disney, bro. Because like the government don't want to realize it, but Disney is a monopoly at this point. Like they got Marvel. They got National Geographic. They got Star Wars. They got like a whole bunch of. They damn near got the partnership. Right. They got the partnership with ESPN,
Simpsons,
and Hulu. Like they.
Yep.
Disney's a monopoly.
ESPN.
So like, because like recently Disney Plus increased their price. Like they increased the subscription price.
Yep.
Not a goddamn thing you can do about it. Because they can do it. Because they have all these properties themselves. That's what happens when a company owns something. Like, so if Microsoft all of a sudden was just like, standard price for Call of Duty is going to be $100 for standard edition. Can't do anything about that.
Nope. And you got to pay for Warzone.
So like you
Monthly.
we're charging a subscription price for Warzone. You can't do anything about that. So like you gotta like I don't know why y'all are like. It's not like, okay, I understand the whole like exclusivity thing with like, oh, Sony had some cool modes and stuff like that. Fine, but it's not like you're still gonna get your yearly or bi-yearly, because I think they're not coming out with a Call of Duty this year. But you're still gonna get your Call of Duty, bro. Like, just because Microsoft doesn't own Activision doesn't mean that you're not getting Call of Duty. I think that's the whole thing. It's like, oh, but wait. Microsoft, like, it's like, and also comes back to, again, we were talking about this corny ass console wars shit, bro. Where like for some reason they're just like, oh yeah, it's a win for us that Microsoft bought Activision Blizzard. No, it is not a win for you. It's a win for the corporation known as Microsoft. It is a win for them. They don't give a shit about you. Them getting Microsoft is not a benefit to you at all. It's not. Real. So like, I just need y'all to really get off this whole thing where they like this whole turning this acquisition war between Sony and Microsoft into a console war debate is just extremely childish and corny at this point, bro.
Mm-hmm. But yeah, but it was just the fact niggas was legit on Twitter upset, saying how can the government do such a thing? I'm like, where y'all when Disney tried to buy Fox?
I'm saying, bro, like. Do you
Or
realize?
were y'all?
Do you realize the fucking power that Disney has with all the shit they have the rights to? Like it's
Like,
just
I would y'all
crazy,
to sit
bro.
down and think about
You
that.
you don't
How that went
you
down.
don't want companies having monopolistic power. You don't.
Yep, you really don't, especially in the gaming space. Like it's already tight as is. So I'm not mad for the FTC because that's the branch of the government that did get involved. They're like, this ain't right, and I agree, it's not. And that's more in the consumer aspect. But people saying, oh, but Sony has more systems. What difference does it make? Sony is a smaller company in comparison.
Do you realize how? Because I think people just delegate Microsoft to like Xbox. Microsoft is a lot more than Xbox, bro. It is a multi-billion-dollar company. It makes a
Super billionaire company.
It
Like
makes-
multi is being generous.
It makes a crap ton more money, a crap ton more revenue than Sony. There's literally there's a gap. So yes, Sony may sell more game consoles, cool, but they're not touching the ducats that Microsoft has with all of the assets that they have as far as Microsoft laptops, the
Hardware, software, everything.
everything. Like Microsoft has their hand in a lot of buckets, not just gaming. So you giving them more buckets to duck their hand into is not a win for you, it's a win for them.
Mm-hmm. But yeah, it is what it is. But the court case is ongoing, so we'll give you updates as I see them. So, but moving on to other things. Only anime news I got: Goblin Slayer season 2 has been announced, and I'm lit, my nigga. Shout out to my nigga Goblin Slayer coming back for another season to get washed by big goblins, but beat up the little ones. G. So I'm all for it. And then we didn't talk about this last week, but The Rock got fired by DC Universe.
Is that the latest news? He got fired. I thought didn't he come out with an Instagram post saying him and
but it just comes off funny that he got fired. He came out with a post saying he's not involved, but I'm taking it as we don't know what to do with you no more. We can't afford you no more. We're gonna side.
Your movie bombed.
We bombed.
Movie bombed.
James Gunn don't want you in his universe, so we're not gonna fire you, but we are firing you. You can go.
Lied about the money that the movie made. He's like, no, we made more money for Black Adam.
We barely recouped the money to pay you.
Oh
That's
man,
really what it was. They barely made
it's
the
like
money.
one of those. It's like a funny yet sad situation in a sense, where it's funny because of how things are shaping up now with the DCEU. It's sad in the sense that it's you could tell that The Rock did have a genuine passion for putting this project on, and he worked on this thing for years. And The Rock is a cool dude. He's a cool dude, so you want to see him succeed. You want to see him, get a W. But it's I don't know, man. What do you think made Black Adam not successful, according to HBO or HBO, DC, Warner Brothers, because they're the ones who were yo, this movie, to mainstream audiences, people who seen the movie. Me personally, I was I thought the movie's all right. Wasn't
it was
the best.
entertaining. It had hands. Hands was thrown. Violence was given. Thank you.
Story was bad. The villain sucked, but the action was decent. It was decent, and the Superman cameo at the end was oh man, my boy coming back. Psych, but we know it was a psych at the end. But it was my boy coming back, so it was a lot of good intentions going into the movie. But I guess maybe it was a bad release frame window. Most people weren't really interested in. Maybe there's some people who just weren't interested in seeing another DC movie, a DC superhero movie, I should say.
It was also, you got to factor in, even though people did go see the MCU movies, it was very much in the midst of a superhero fatigue from last year. Yeah. It came out at a rough time.
Yeah.
And the fact that it wasn't that good of a movie didn't help.
Yeah.
At all.
It was a very painfully average movie. So yeah. I don't know. What are your thoughts? What are your thoughts, Detrell, as the resident superhero hater, or at least Marvel hater? But you know what I'm saying.
No,
No,
it's all superhero films. That nigga
I don't care. That shit me regardless. I don't think The Rock actually cared about making Black Adam good as much as he cared about making Black Adam his superhero
to
movie.
sell. Yeah.
Yeah,
Like,
it's a good market
he cares about more of making him the strongest hero in DC than, you know, anything else. So like other Cam just said, nigga killed his own movie. So it is what it is.
Can't be bad at that. DC, your thoughts?
I mean, I think it was doomed from the beginning because, like, I feel like even if it was successful, he was out of there because isn't Warner Brothers doing like a whole?
Yeah, they're doing a whole.
They have no money.
That's why they totally at this point they said he was fired. So I'm
They
just
got him up out of there. And if I'm James Gunn, I wouldn't know the Rock either.
But that's it. Other than that,
that sucks. It's tragic for Henry Cavill because he left Witcher for the Superman role. Now Superman role's gone, so it's like, what the fuck?
Yeah, like we talked about that a few weeks ago, but you go ahead and give your thoughts on that DC as well.
I'm fucking hurt, bro. No, I told my dad the other day, I'm with Detrell with the whole fuck superhero movies because I wasted 10 years of my life on the DCU. Like, only like 3 good movies, bro.
We got
like,
Joker and the Batman.
and
I love the
technically that's not
Batman was crazy though, bro. Like that.
We got
the
Batman single-handedly held the superhero movie of 2022, bro.
And then Black Panther came in at the end of the year, like, I got you, bro.
I'm gonna help you lift the side a little bit. You feel me?
Like Black Panther and Batman are the only movies that I enjoyed and anticipated for. Everything else, the Black Adam movie. Me and my sister were drinking.
That was a good idea. That was a good idea.
But I'm not gonna lie, bro. I almost fell asleep because that goofy little kid pissed me off.
Yeah.
But
the nigga on the skateboard, the '90s kid.
Bro, that shit was. I think superhero movies need to go back to like just do 2 or 1 a year. Like I'm tired of
getting that G.
Yeah, because like
long gone.
MCU alone, we got Multiverse of Madness, Thor: Mid and Thunder, Midnight, Miss Midville, Mid Hulk.
Oh yeah.
And Black Panther. Like,
don't forget, you also forgot what's my man's with the arrow.
because that was a little bit into 2022. Yeah. So yeah, mid eye. That's 7. And
prayers up to him, the actor though. He did get into that accident
though.
Prayers up to him. I hope he does have a full.
We're talking about the character in the show, not the actor. Actors, no problems with the actor.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But that's 7 movies. 7 MCU properties in 1 year. Do you think that's enough? It's the same thing with Star Wars. And like, I know how a lot of people are saying that Andor is a good show, but it's like, dude, you gave me garbage ass Boba Fett, that trash ass show. You gave me Boba Fett.
Boba Fett didn't get good until Mando
popped up. But that show, when Boba Fett was on screen, it was a snooze fest. And then you gave me Obi-Wan, which was a completely useless show. It added nothing.
That was fan service to Star Wars.
It was absolutely, there was no stakes because we know Obi-Wan has to live. We know Darth Vader has to live. We know Leia has to live. We know Luke has to live. We know this. So it's like, you putting up is Obi-Wan gonna drown? Like, gee, I wonder. Like, it was a useless show, and then it's like you got 2 back-to-back mid to trash Star Wars shows, and then it's like, oh no, but this one's good. It's like, to me, I'm just like, bro, I'm good. I'm done. Star Wars out. I'm Marveled out. The only reason why I'm anticipating Ant-Man is because I loved Ant-Man 1. Ant-Man and the Wasp. So I'm looking forward to Ant-Man because individually I like those movies.
I'm just here for Kang. That's it.
So
Also, Kang is in every goddamn movie And technically, shout out to the actor.
Well, that
his
nigga
name
getting a
is slipping
bag,
my
bro.
mind.
That nigga getting a bag.
Jonathan Majors, is that his name?
Yeah, Jonathan Majors.
Yeah,
That
bro.
man,
He was in.
he has his own movie, cinematic universe.
That man was in what was it? The warplane movie. I forgot what
Yeah,
that
the
was
Warplay
called.
movie.
Creed.
He's in Creed, right?
He's
Yeah.
in Creed 3. And now he got the Kang stuff with like Marvel.
Kang everywhere, G.
The Phase 5 of Marvel. My
The
man getting a
Jonathan
bag.
Majors cinematic universe.
My man's getting a bag. I ain't mad at his hustle, boy. Shout out to your grind, bro.
And he can act. He can actually act.
For sure.
That's all.
He's really good. But yeah, I'm just like the trailer DC. I'm tired of it, bro. It's like when I was talking about anime season. I need like 5 years, no superhero stuff. Like a good 5 years of like no Marvel, no DC. Like you can give me like small animated movie projects here and there, like little small scale shit that you put on HBO Max. But like major movie Disney Plus TV show stuff, just take a break, bro. Let us get hyped. It's kind of like with Nintendo, like how Nintendo, like the last major Zelda game we got was Breath of the Wild, and they're like, sit.
That was a Switch launch release.
Sit. Okay, you guys are getting Breath of the Wild 2. They weren't like, okay, Breath of the Wild 1, a year later Breath of the Wild 2, a year later Breath of the Wild 3, a year later Breath of the Wild 4. They're like, no, we're going to let you guys want this game. Same thing with Mario. The last major Mario game we got was Super Mario Odyssey. They sitting on something, bro. Nintendo is sitting on something with
Yo, and G, when that, yo, bro, all I'm saying is, G, when that trailer dropped,
it's gonna be hype because Nintendo released a fucking amazing Mario game and was like, all right, now y'all wait. Go see the movie, but like as far as games, y'all gotta wait. So like it's like that. It's you gotta make us build anticipation, bro. You gotta make us really want to see more superhero stuff, to see more Star Wars stuff, to that kind of angle. So yeah, that's just my
when Disney got their hand in it, they ain't never gonna fumble that bag.
It's just they're just milking a dead, like they're not a dead, but they're milking a fucking tired, drained cow, bro. The cow was in the farm and it's like, bro, can I just take a break? And then Mickey Mouse like, oh, not now, It's just milking it, bro. Like that's what it's doing with his franchises. And The Rock tried to get a piece of that. He tried to get a piece of that. And the cow was like,
you got a piece.
The cow kicked back. Said, get the fuck off me, nigga.
Hold on, now this is a little too much now.
And then
he give me the people's champ.
And it ended up kind of. I mean, he got paid at the end of the day, but like he didn't get. He didn't get what he really wanted, which was that like Black Adam success story. He didn't get that.
Yeah, but hopefully The Rock can give us what we really want, which is him versus Roman Reigns at WrestleMania. So, with that being said, but that's probably not gonna happen. Deal with it. Either way, that's it in terms of news. That's it in terms of everything else. We go ahead and get our clowns out the way, and we wrap this episode up. So here we go. Freaking goofies out here. Clown. All right, man. So you already know what it is. We got clowns out here, bro. Just my clown is just going to be very easy, and just people who was sucking off Skip Bayless and just journalists as a whole who was stating, hey, they got to keep playing this football game despite Damar Hamlin literally looked like who had to be resuscitated twice. And thank God that he's okay now. Shout out to Damar Hamlin being fine. But people who saying they need to keep playing.
You might be traumatized. Go out there and play, boy.
Exactly. Like, no. And people who was also saying, well, the NFL ain't shit. You know, they would have had them play either way. It took the coaches for them not to have the players out there. The coaches did their job. The NFL never been in this situation before. So, of course, in their mind, okay, we think they can have them play. But just because the NFL has blood on their chart don't mean what those people were saying was okay to say. As somebody who's seen a teammate die on the sidelines in the middle of a game, that's still very traumatizing. So maybe because you quit football after you took an Oklahoma drill hit I don't need your opinion on what somebody who played the game and me slander and have the right to slander these journalists and shit because your ass decided to hoop because you couldn't take a real hit. Fuck you. But with that all being said, those journalists, Skip Bayless, they all won't see heaven in my book. I put that on Father Poochie. Don't make them see. Don't let them in heaven.
Made in heaven. You don't.
They won't make heaven, G. Spin the block on their ass like you did on the Joe Stars, G. But I know that's fucked up. But either way, spin the block on them, dude. They don't need to see heaven. Because at the end of the day, if he did not live, y'all would have been deleting those tweets. Y'all would have been having a whole different tone.
That is crazy. It's like
that's all I'm gonna say.
I'm just imagining the player's state of mind on the sideline watching all this stuff happen, and then people get mad that they're not going out there and continuing to play football. Like this nigga literally like on death's door in front of their eyes, and you're telling them like, okay, ignore what you're feeling, get out there. And play
we
ball.
Need you to go out there and play because the playoffs start in 2 weeks, and we need to get this shit right situated. It's people who bet thousands of dollars on this game. We need them to, get their money, or steal their money. It's fantasy football. I lost a fantasy football championship this week because Josh Allen couldn't finish the game. I didn't feel no type of way. It is what it is. It is what it is. I take the second place. It is what it was. Regardless, I'm happy that DeMar Hamlin is alive. I'm glad that he's well and he's interacting with his family and teammates. That in itself is the blessing. But you people still are bogus as hell for literally trying to make them players play immediately after seeing that.
That's a crazy situation.
Despite other players and other athletes saying y'all wrong for saying that. And having the nerve to argue with the people who actually play the damn sport. Ignorance at its finest. But clown.
Did Shannon say something about that? Or did he not say anything?
And Shannon Sharp argued with Skip Bayless, and Skip Bayless said, nah, bro, nah. So, but yeah, clown behavior. That's all I'll say. Clown behavior at its finest.
I only got I'm not really gonna talk too much about it. If you've watched if you've been kind of in the YouTube space, shout out to Moist Critical. Shout out to I think it's Some Ordinary Gamers. Talking about the I'm gonna be very careful where I say this, but the Logan, I'll just call it the Logan Paul situation. That situation. Yeah, just look it up. Look it up on your own time. I don't want to say too much because but that whole situation is a lot of mess going on in that entire situation. So I don't want to necessarily give it a clown, but it is something that it's something that if you've been in the YouTube space, it's something that's been talked about. If you follow certain people that I follow, it's been a huge topic of conversation among a lot of people in that space. So, if you want to look it up on your own, look up the situation. But yeah, that whole situation is just, it's messed up. Allegedly, I should say, and it's a lot of messiness going around. So that's my, not clown, but that's my situational awareness of the week. There you go. Call it that.
I feel you. All right. DC, you got a clown?
I'm trying to think of one. I guess this is a more comedic one. That Chainsaw Man chapter that came out?
Well,
yeah.
I haven't even read Chainsaw Man in so long.
I'm not gonna spoil, but
no, it's cool.
All these dudes that are romanticizing autism, y'all weird as fuck.
Oh, we haven't really talked about you. Okay, so me, and other Cam who hangs out in our PlayStation parties, me and him, we read Chainsaw Man weekly. Oh, and man, I'm telling you, part 2, ass. I'm sorry. Part two has been ass.
It's been a rough read.
Ass.
I actually enjoyed it.
Part two to me has been ass. It just recently picked up for me and other Cam, because this chapter when he was doing the callbacks, spoiler alert, when he's doing the callbacks to Power, when he was talking about reincarnated Makima, stuff like that. It was okay, cool. We're getting stuff that I want to see. I want to see. I didn't give a shit about her and her friend. I didn't give a shit about the student council president stuff. The fucking chicken, I didn't care about that shit. Like all of that stuff to me, I did not. I was like chapter to chapter, I was just like, okay. And then some chapters we got like 10 pages, and I'm just like, okay, all right, nothing happened. Cool. Next Tuesday, and then like this Tuesday, I was like, okay, all right, let's see what we got. I was like, okay. And then at the end, she's like, I'm gonna turn the aquarium into a weapon or something. Okay, all right, now we're starting to do something. Because it was a whole lot, to me, it was just a whole lot of nothing happening. And to be honest, I'm not a huge fan of the new character that they have. She's boring to me.
That's understandable if you don't like her. Yeah.
It's just like I need her to do something. I mean, she doesn't have to be a freaking quirky ass character or anything like that. But it's just like I need something to, like something that made me go like, okay, cool. It's cool that I'm glad because like you go from someone like Denji to her. It's like.
Yeah, because Denji's he's like a very Chainsaw Man Part 1. He's very polar. He's very like energetic, enigmatic, and then you go to a more like the pacing and the vibe is a lot more slower.
It's like slice of life. It's kind of like Boruto now, where it's like a lot more slow. Not like the level of bad that Boruto is. I'm saying it's talking about like the pacing of how like it's like a slice. It goes from like high. I mean like Gun Devil. Shooting people, you got a panel of all these people's names who are dying. So like them talking about like, here, you take my shoe, you can have it. We're friends now. Like you know what I'm saying? Like it's like you kind of go from that. It's just like, but it's picking up now. That's the important part. I'm starting to go. Okay, I'm starting to see the seedling, but like it's been a slog for me. I'm gonna be honest. It's been a slog for me. The beginning started off decent, but then like once they really started that whole dynamic with her and the War Devil, to me it's just kind of like Then it picked up a little bit when Denji came back and then he rescued the cat. He let the old man die, he let the young dude die, he had the cat, and he was like Denji. And he was like dude, there was a cat too, which is a nice callback to his relationship with Power back in Part 1. You see what I mean? Like all the good parts are when they reference Part 1. So I'm like, kid, let's get some more of that. Like you, cause like you leave off on such a like fucking young reincarnated Makima. Apparently he was like, I'm gonna search for Power because she could still be alive in hell or something like that. Like you leave off on such a high note to me in Part 1, and then in Part 2 it's like, I'm a high school girl and I hate the world. Now I have a War Devil.
I can see that.
Now I'm gonna kill Chainsaw Man. It's like, okay, cool, I guess. But yeah, that's it. I went on a tangent, but that's it, the Chainsaw Man.
I mean, I just wanted, but I will admit the new chick Asa, her fans are kind of annoying to me because it's like, you guys are praising like the bare minimum, in my opinion. Like I like her character. She's growing on me, and she has amazing potential. But like, the fans are treating her like she's the next best, like she's like the best written female character. I'm like, okay, slow your roll. No, she's not. She's got potential to be one of them, but like she's not. I mean, I like her character, but I need more because like when you look at the beginning of Chainsaw Man Part 1, Denji was starving, sold his nut, sold his kidney, missing an eye, gets chopped up, thrown in the trash. Yeah, she didn't go through as much of a tragedy as Denji did, in my opinion. So I'm just waiting for her to.
It was just like, I like the teacher, now die. And then the War Devil's like, I'll give you my power now. It's like, okay.
Exactly.
It's like Chase.
You're right though. The best parts are the Denji parts. I will admit that. Like the best parts are Denji parts.
When he shows up and we get that Part 1 Denji, which I hope we do get. I just really want them. My thing is like I'm okay with the new stuff, but I just kind of want him to go back to tying up loose ends from Part 1. Like
I agree. Yeah, but yeah, my clowns are them because you guys are like the fact that she is autistic makes her so amazing. The author didn't say she was.
That's what I'm saying. Did he confirm that, or are they just saying that?
It just gives off autistic vibes, I guess.
She does. She is written like an autistic character. She is, but it's not stated. She's written to be like on the.
Was Power autistic? Because she reminds me of
Power was a fiend.
Yeah, like Power, because like that lady when she was like, when Digi was like, "Oh, you're pretty interesting," she was like, "I am interesting, aren't I? Yeah, I am." And it's like that reminded me of Power. He was like, "You remind me of." I was like, "Yeah, that's a Power moment." I didn't really.
I mean, Power is kind of written like an autistic character too, but she's like a demon in human society, so she's off. While Asa's like just a really off.
I just think we like to place labels on things too quickly in order to enhance a character.
Exactly.
Like it's
same
like
way people.
It's like
with Yamato.
It's like we want to talk about it. It's just like we just want to like. It's like, oh yeah, here's this character, but what really makes this character good is that they might be bipolar or they might have this type of mental.
You hit it on the nail. Like, how is that supposed to be the driving point? That's not going to make me care about.
It doesn't
like. If I see a black character, I'm not gonna like, oh my god, he's black. It's just
he's
like,
a great character solely because he's black. It's like,
like,
come on now, dog. We put these labels in order to enhance certain characters without letting them be good on their own and really judging them from what they are. So just chill out on that shit.
Yeah, you're right. He never stated that she was. People just assume. So I'm tired of y'all niggas. Calm the fuck down. It's manga. It's manga. It's not a docu-series.
Yes. Go back to complaining about
how a lot of anime fans are like that meme with the old man saying they're just like me.
Yeah, man. Like, stop looking to fantasy. Stop looking to fantasy. Stop looking to celebrities, and stop looking to fictional characters to represent you. Live your life the way you gotta live it.
Be you.
Stop clinging.
It's okay to be you.
Yeah, like your identity doesn't relate to the things that you like.
You gotta go back to complaining about how specific scenes in Chainsaw Man weren't exactly drawn like they were in the manga. Do that.
Exactly. Yeah. Shitting on amazing animation just look like manga. Like,
Denji wasn't taking a bath in this position. One toe. There was one more toe out. Yeah, he has 5 toes out when he should have had 7.
You know, people actually complained that Power's shorts were too long. They wanted to be freak body ass niggas. Y'all wanted her shorts to be short. Y'all are so weird, bro. Read a book. Actually, that's a thing I never mentioned. I don't watch as much anime and I don't read as much manga because I picked up a book.
Hey, big ups to you, bro.
I'm happy
big ups, bro.
My man, DC is elevated. So.
Don't read the comment section of season 2 of Don't Toy Be Miss Nagatoro. Just want to let y'all know that on Crunchyroll.
That's the benefits of watching on a smart TV. You don't have to worry
on Crunchyroll.
About
if you are on mobile and you love yourself and you touch grass and you've actually had more than a 5-minute conversation with someone of the opposite gender, if you're a male, you've had a conversation with a female. Don't read the comment section of season 2 of Don't Toy Me Miss Nagatoro because it's I just want to preference that, like, if you do read the comment section, just realize that Nagatoro, the female character of that show, is 15 years old. She's a freshman in high school, I believe.
Yes.
She's a freshman in high school. So just want to preference that. Y'all, I worry about y'all. I worry about y'all, man. Oh man, but we can wrap it up, Chris.
Daytro, you got a clown or are you good?
Yeah. No, I don't. No.
What about that Witcher situation that you went through?
What Witcher situation?
With the Gwent card you put in the chat?
Oh, but that's more of a dumbass trail. I lost the Gwent name and I didn't know it. It ain't really. It's my fault. I literally have to backtrack and look at all my missions to see if I lost the Gwent name, and I did. So it's my fault. Not the honorable CD Projekt Red.
Honorable CD Projekt Red is crazy.
Honorable. Honorable when it comes to the Witcher.
I don't even know. Can you say that with what's going on with Netflix? Netflix and them?
Oh, well, that show, I looked at a synopsis through a person who liked The Witcher, and yeah, it was terrible, so I ain't got to watch it.
You talking about that Blood and Origin thing?
Yeah, it was terrible.
Yeah. Shout out to the shorty though. I forgot her name. The Asian actress in that show. She was the main
another person that was also terrible. Yeah.
Wait, I mean, she got a bag. I'm just saying I like her because she was the main character in Everything Everywhere All at Once. So shout out to folks. Shout out to her. She got a bag at the end of the day. And also shout out to Liam Hemsworth. He finna carry that show. Put that show on his back. Man, y'all finna see some peak acting, bro. Peak acting from the Hemsworth, from the better of the Hemsworth brother when people think about people think about Hemsworth, they don't think about Thor. They think about Liam Hemsworth. Go carry that shit. I also heard he might be voicing Geralt in Witcher 4, bro.
That's cap. But it's all good.
All right, with that said, let's go ahead and wrap this up. We appreciate you guys for listening, watching. If you watch us on YouTube, make sure you like, comment, subscribe. Let your peoples know that you rock with us. Let at least one person know, so they can let at least one person know about the greatness that is You Tweeking Media and the Black Otakus of the culture. Make sure you share. Let your peoples know you rocking with us. Make sure if you are listening to us, hit that subscribe, follow, whichever button it is on the DSP that you choose to listen to. We greatly appreciate it. And same thing, share. Let people know you rock with us. Follow us on Twitter at The Black Otaku, so that way you know when new episodes are up. And above all, to continue to be on the lookout for all the content we got for you guys coming this year. Like I told you, we're going to be more consistent, and I'm aiming for consistency this year again, like the old days. We're going to go back to the old days things. But we appreciate the support. Be on the lookout for more. New episode 3s for The Ring should be up as well, or about to be up. So check that out as well. And with that said, peace.
Peace out.
So.